We're just about ready to go here at Madison Square Garden. Muhammad Ali and Zora Foley scheduled for 15. As you see the windmill action getting ready in the left hand and upper left-hand corner of the screen, Muhammad Ali. In his corner is Luis Sarria, the Cuban bodybuilder, and Angie Dundee, his trainer, and Drew Bundini Brown, who's making his reappearance since the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and the disappearance of the championship belt, which came back. Here's the champion. Now, over in the corner, 202.5 pounds, Zora Foley and his entourage. Directly with his back to us, his manager, Bill Swift. In addition, in his corner will be P.D. Mack and John Hart, his regular trainer. Freddie Fierro, his pro tem trainer from New York, who will be in charge of the cuts if there are any.
Johnny. Here at Madison Square Garden, the large crowd is waiting in anticipation for this heavyweight championship fight between the champion Muhammad Ali, and you see him loosening up there, and over on the right-hand side, the challenger, the #1 contender for the crown, Zora Foley. I don't think there's anything quite like the electricity of a heavyweight championship fight in all the world of sports, and tonight's is no exception. The large crowd at Madison Square Garden is literally waiting for this big one to get underway. And we're all set on the world-famous ring announcer, Johnny Addy.
Main event, 15 rounds for the heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing the officials assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The judges, Frank Forbes and Tony Castellano. The timekeeper, Fred Abatello. Counting for the knockdowns, Bonnie Smith. The referee for the main event, Johnny Lobianco. Introducing the principals. From Chandler, Arizona, wearing brown trunks, he weighs 202.5, the challenger, Zora Foley. His opponent from Houston, Texas. He's wearing white trunks. He weighs 211.5. The heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali. 15 rounds for the heavyweight championship of the world at stake. Muhammad Ali, Foley. You're boxing for the World Heavyweight Championship. You were briefed on every one of our rules. The 3 knockdowns in any one round, the bout is automatically stopped. If you score a knockdown, go to a neutral corner. Do not come out until I call you. If you're in a down position and the bell rings, the count will continue with the exception of the last round. No holding and hitting. When you're in a clinch and I tell you to break, step back clean, protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you. Shake hands.
Scoring here in New York on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even on an official's card. The gladiators are wearing 8-ounce gloves. Muhammad Ali, the white trunks. Zora Foley, the challenger, in the dark trunks. They are brown. Foley is a patient fighter, a good counterpuncher, and he gets in a light right hand there. Ali, the champion, figures to circle the ring at great speed until he's ready to carry the attack to his opponent. Now remember, especially in the early rounds, the 34-year-old Foley will be dangerous. Time could work against him. He's 9 years older than the champion. Foley knows everything about the manly art of self-defense, how to defend himself, how to attack, how to roll with punches, how to jab. He's got all the equipment. And of course, so has the champion. The champion has speed, great speed. 2 minutes left in round 1. And that's a little less majesty. The challenger showing no respect for the champion. Out of respect, probably, for Foley's punching power, the champion is keeping his gloves up higher than he usually does. Usually dangles them at his hips. Foley keeps cocking that right hand. That's his Sunday punch. Clay figures when he's ready to open up with a flurry. And he's got all the equipment, too. Champion seemingly is going to get aggressive any moment. He's looking for the spot. And that was not a soft punch. Foley has brought the crowd up with those punches. Ten seconds left in round one.
There's nothing harder in selling than selling a guy who sells for a living.
That's true.
I know all the techniques, all the right words to say. It's an art, believe me. It's an art, knowing how to sell.
Can I interest you in trying one of our new Chesterfield filters? It's a remarkably good-tasting cigarette.
That the whole pitch?
The whole pitch.
That's it?
Chesterfield is a remarkably good-tasting filter cigarette.
You're not going to promise me something? Some kind of benefit?
A remarkably good-tasting cigarette.
I'll tell you one thing, pal. You don't know how to sell.
Chesterfield now makes a remarkably good-tasting filter cigarette made from the heart of a Chesterfield king.
And you thought you were happy with the taste of your old cigarette.
I thought I was happy with the taste of my old cigarette.
Round two on the left, the champion Muhammad Ali, the white trunks, challenges Zora Foley in the brown. Foley showed no respect for the champion in the first round, and the champion did very little. Muhammad Ali is 6'3". Foley is just a little bit short of 6'1". Foley is 34 years old, the champion 25. Notice that quick right hand the challenger has. With that, he has scored 40 knockouts. And there's the first clinch of the fight. The referee, Johnny Lobianco, gets them apart. They both scored that time. Foley has been carrying the fight to the champion. And at the moment, the champion is treating this as though it were a gymnasium workout. This is very pretty, but it is not scoring any points for the champion. And should the fight go the limit, these early rounds count just as much as the later ones. Now Ali has dropped his gloves down. He's taking light lefts to the body, and they're not annoying him, apparently. 1 minute to go in round two. interesting that Foley can find the champion with those right hands, and he is, and they're not soft punches. Ten seconds to go in round two.
This is a more than one beer man. A man who's working on a thirst that one beer won't make a dent in. When this workout's over, he'll be good for a couple of beers, maybe more. That's why you can figure him for Schaefer. Schaefer's brewed for the second time around, and the third. Brewed with a quality of consistency that no other beer can match. Schaefer gives you flavor that never fades, pleasure that keeps coming on. Schaefer's brewed to go the distance for the more than one beer man.
Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Ali, the gloves down at his side again, the white trunks. Challenges Zora Foley, watching his man go around him. Foley is a patient fighter. He rarely gets ruffled at anything his opponent does or at anything he himself does. He's patient. Ali's looking to get in there now with that famous flurry. He's also got to watch the countering right hand. The champion is putting on a show, but he's not bothering Foley, apparently. Two minutes left in this round. Johnny Lobianco, a very fine referee, is in there. Foley is getting those jabs into the body, too. Some of the crowd is yelling, "Stand still, Foley. Don't walk around and get tired." I guess Zora knows what to do. They have both had harder sessions in the gymnasium, but without the tension of the championship match. Notice how Foley can ride back with those punches, but now the champion's jab is getting in there. Ali got in his first good right hand that time. Flush on the jaw. Foley took it well. Round three of Madison Square Garden. The champion is now finding his opponent with jabs and is looking better. See how quick the champion's left hand is? 10 seconds to go in this round. Round three.
In that round, the champion was part clown, part bicycle rider, but he still has that lithe speed, the spring in the legs. And it looks to me like he's assessed whatever Foley's attack is going to be. He started to throw the straight left jab, started to land, scored with the one good right hand. Foley still keeps probing with the left and trying to catch the elusive target with his right. That would have been an even round, I would have said. Foley leads the fight 2-1, what fight there has been. Zora Foley's corner. Muhammad Ali here at Madison Square Garden as we await round 4. Don, the first 3 rounds. Looks like the champ is ready.
Round 4 in this heavyweight championship match. Muhammad Ali, the champion of all the world in the white trunks. Zora Foley, the challenger from Chandler, Arizona. Champion weighing 211.5. Foley, 202.5. Although there's little action, the crowd doesn't seem to mind. Champion Ali is always a show, no matter what he's doing. Foley is gradually cutting down the distance that Ali is away from him. He's trying to corner. Ali is trying to corner him little by little. See how well the challenger rolls back from those punches? And there's Foley down! 5, 6, 7, 8. Foley is up at 9. About a minute and 40 seconds left to go in the round, and Foley is back battling. They said Foley wouldn't be Tiger, but he is. This has turned into quite a fight, hasn't it? 1 minute to go in round 4. Foley bleeding from the nose. Foley's coming back from that knockdown, and he is scoring. One of the infrequent clinches. The punches that put Foley down came so fast, you could hardly see them. There's nothing wrong with Foley's courage, believe me. He's got plenty. 10 seconds to go in round 4.
Have you ever wondered why 2 out of 3 Indianapolis drivers protect their $50,000 racing engines with STP oil treatment? I'll show you why, right here and now. Screwdriver, motor oil. You'll notice I have no trouble whatsoever holding the screwdriver. Now watch closely while I coat it with STP oil treatment. You simply can't hold it. Try again. Now consider what happens when you add STP to your car's engine. Suddenly, pistons slide easily, the crankshaft and engine parts turn with less drag, friction and wear are reduced, and of course, noisy motors quiet down. When you buy your first can of STP oil treatment, try the screwdriver test yourself. I positively guarantee you it will work, or my name isn't Andy Granatelli.
Here it is, round 5. Champion looked up at the clock or the round sign as he came out here. Bill Swift, Johnny Hart, and Petey Mack are in the challenger's corner. Angelo Dundee, Luis Saria, and Drew Brown, better known as Bundini, are in the champion's corner. Round 5 at Madison Square Garden, scheduled for 15. Few expected to go that far. in such an important match, the minutes go by very fast. About a minute gone so far in round 5. Foley, unlike many of Ali's opponents, is not afraid to throw that right hand. That's a grazing right. Neither bothers to do anything on the inside. Solid jab by the champ, but Foley put one in there, a couple. 1 minute left in round 5. Those are hard jabs by the champion. They're bound to take their toll. Look at them. Look at that get in there by Ali. Foley is not flinching, however. Those jabs are carrying this round for the champion. Ten seconds left in round 5.
Generally, we eat a piece of bread first to clear the palate.
So you can taste the wine better.
Well, not exactly. You see, the palate gets confused when you're tasting several wines.
So you don't smoke on the job?
Well, not over the wine, as we say, but the rest of the time I like a cigarette.
Would you like to taste one of these new Chesterfield filters? How would you describe the taste?
Suave, aristocratic, great finesse, yet beautifully balanced.
We call it a remarkably good-tasting filter cigarette.
Well, I think that's oversimplifying it.
Chesterfield now makes a remarkably good-tasting filter cigarette made from the heart of a Chesterfield king.
And you thought you were happy with the taste of your old cigarette?
I thought I was happy with the taste of my old cigarette.
Round 6 at Madison Square Garden. Challenges Zora Foley on the right, champion on the left. Foley was down for a 9 count. He took the count, listening to it in round 4. Went down from a combination, lightning punches. Other than that, he has given a good account of himself. A grazer. They're pretty close to each other now. That was a good punch by Foley. Foley has been bleeding intermittently from the nose. 2 minutes left in round 6. Foley had an opening for the right that time, but froze. Clay altering his style again, goes into motion. Champion Muhammad Ali putting that jab in again. Zora Folley, the challenger. 1 minute to go in round 6. At this point, the champion Ali is just too fast for Folley. He missed.
In that round, the champion came out for the full minute and a half, the first half of that round, and just stood flat-footed there within range of Folley. And the two of them sort of measured one another, and the champion depended upon his bobbing and weaving and his shoulder twitching to get his head out of range, and Folley was unable to score. And then, almost like a signal, as the round had gone its halfway, a minute and a half, he went up on the balls of his feet and started a dance. And when he does that, circling around left and right, pinking with that left jab, Folley is just not with the champion. When he fights that fight, it's his fight. So now we're looking at the scene here at Madison Square Garden as we anticipate round 7. There is the warning buzzer on the left in the white, Muhammad Ali. On the right in the brown trunks, it's Zora Folley.
Don Dunphy ringside in this heavyweight championship match. Muhammad Ali, the champion, the white trunks, challenges Zora Folley in brown. In case you joined us late, Folley was down from a combination in the 4th round. Took the count listening to it and got up and has fought fairly well since. In the last round or so, the champion's speed has been turning the fight his way. Now he is moving in, which has been unusual for him in this fight. That was a block punch, and Folley rolled with them. 2 minutes to go in round 7. A solid punch by the challenger, who of course is the sentimental favorite with the crowd. Talked about Folley's courage. The champion has plenty himself. There's no question about that. That's Folley down from that right hand. I don't know if he's going to make this one. 6, 7, 8. He's not. No, he gamely tried to get up. And Muhammad Ali has retained his heavyweight championship of the world. After about 1 minute and 55 seconds of the 7th round, Folley tried gamely. He gave the champion the best battle of the champion's career. That is, since he has been champion. And here's Johnny Addy with the announcement.
The time, 1 minute and 48 seconds of the 7th round. The winner by a knockout, and still heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad